Dion, a Michigan assistant coach had some interesting comments about Morez Johnson this past week. This was the quote that I believe was posted on the UM Hoops forum. I want to give proper credit to Dylan Burkhardt and the work they do over there. But he said when he played in high school, he had some skill set and had some things with his skills that he didn't get to show as much. So we'll be able to open up that door for him. It was just an instant connection. He wanted to play for a team that wanted to show his skill set a little bit more. And I think in Coach May's system that he'll be allowed to show his skill set. So he's going to be amazing for our program on and off the court. He went on to mention Danny Wolf and Vlad Golden and the questions they had about playing together this past year and applying it to this current set of bigs that Michigan has. Now, with Morez specifically, with these comments about him having skill that he couldn't show last year, I have my thoughts about that, but I want to throw it to you first, Dion. What do you make of this quote? What do you make of Morez wanting to show off more of who he is as a basketball player this season in Ann Arbor?
Two things can be true. I get where Morez is coming from. I think he will have that opportunity. I think Michigan is a great place for him to do so. Also, by the way, I think playing next to Yaxel, it couldn't be a better fit for a guy like Morez, too. In a Dusty May system at that, I don't think any of those things could be better for Morez anywhere in the country. Illinois also didn't have the chance to do the exact same thing with him. If we're being completely honest here, like he spent his freshman year there. He averaged 17 minutes a game, which for a freshman isn't terrible. You know what I mean? Like it's not clearly not what he envisioned, and whatever he was promised going into year two also wasn't what he envisioned. But I also don't know that Illinois got the fairest of shakes here in terms of getting him this opportunity that Michigan was able to give him. And I think that's just a both things can be true standpoint. I think you should be very happy for Morez, but if I'm an Illinois fan or coach and I hear this quote, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, I'm with you completely. I think what I would say would be true for Morez. So this he's a 6'9" center at this point in his career. I don't blame him for wanting to show off more of his skill. I think in order for him to make the NBA, he's going to have to show he can score outside of the basket and he's going to have to show some passing and playmaking acumen. You need that if you're a 6'9" center. That being said, Dion, where is the skill to be found right now? Where is the skill? And I say this to someone, I love Morez Johnson as a player. He is an absolute monster in the paint. He's an absolute monster, dude. He is so physical, such a good rebounder. He's a good defender who can move his feet in space. That is his role, at least right now. Maybe that develops, but as I read this quote, I'm like, man, when you're talking about the skill in the front court, that's Yaxel. Yaxel is the one with the skill. When you're talking about Danny Wolf and Vlad Golden, Yaxel is Danny Wolf in this situation. Yaxel's the dude who's doing the tween pull up jumpers. Yaxel is the dude who's playing out of 4 or 5 ball screens. And Morez, you are blessed to be catching the lobs for the dunky dunks. You know, like that's where I'm thinking more so. Like I totally get the appeal of wanting to refine his game, wanting to grow it and develop it to make himself a true NBA prospect. But a quote like this, I'm like, it wasn't that Morez was seen as some highly skilled big coming out of high school. He was seen as this high energy motor guy who was gonna dominate the glass and dunk everything. And that's a good thing. I don't even mean that as a knock. That's very valuable in college. And I mean, you see bigger guys, but still guys nonetheless who fit that archetype in the league, you know? That's why this quote to me is just like exactly like you said with Illinois coaches, like, oh, okay, whatever.
This video is brought to you by NBA 2KLab.com. 2K Lab worked with us last summer as well. They're one of our favorite entities in all of sports gaming. We want to show you their college basketball stadium locator challenge game. And I'm going to share a screen right now as we do this. South Carolina, bang. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, that's pretty good. Next, North Carolina. Why are we only getting the Carolinas?
please
Bang.
lock in.
St. John's, that's New
New
York.
York.
Bang.
Where's New Jersey?
We're on fire. Colorado. I actually don't know what state Colorado is.
It's in Colorado. There's a state of
Is that
Colorado.
this one?
It's to the right of Phoenix.
Anyway, you get the picture. This game's really fun. They've got more games as well, like Guess the NBA Player, Mystery Fantasy Draft, and more. Stay tuned for all of the college football content and games that they'll be putting together to help you get the best experience out of college football 26. Back to the video.
Yeah, I would just be all right. sounds good, dude. Like, wishing you nothing but the best. But we're talking about like, and I don't mean this disrespectfully to Morez because I'm on his side. Like, it
Mm.
clearly he wanted to do more than he was able to at Illinois. He now has the opportunity to do that. I think he chose the perfect system, perfect fit, got a bag too. Like, you know what I mean? Like everything's coming up Morez. But at the same time, 31st ranked nationally according to 24/7, coming out of high school. Sixth ranked center. Yeah, best player in Illinois, of course. But like he went to Illinois and got to play 18 minutes a game. I think there's an argument to be made. He should have played more. And if there's frustrations within that, I get it. I think the team was great when he got to start. I think the team overall just, it like when them pigtails were out there flying around, like it was electric. It gets the crowd into it. It was prerogative. It's something we all wanted to see. With that in mind, though, 31st player in the country, not exactly like one and done, right? Like that doesn't scream like you're out of there in a year. 18 minutes a game is pretty good for a guy that's not a one and done, man. Like like I get it. I'm on his side. There probably should have been more. He should have been frustrated. The portal going to Michigan, all of it makes sense. I'm also on Illinois coaches, players, fan side of it, just like, all right, let's move on, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you completely. It's tough because you never want to criticize a kid for wanting to do what's best in terms of his development, but at the same time, I think there's still value in knowing your role. And when I look at this Michigan front court, we already mentioned Yaxel and his very advanced perimeter game, his ability to create his own offense and create for others. You look at the numbers, he was seventh in the American last year in assist rate with a near 25% assist rate. Really, really good numbers, especially for a forward. Even a Day Mara, if you want to stay in the front court, last year posted a 16% assist rate, which is really, really good for a center, especially someone who's 7'3". You don't see that many like I get that playmaking bigs are much more common than they were probably even 5 years ago, but still, I think it's impressive for a big to put up the passing numbers he did. Morez doesn't fit that archetype at all. Like his assist rate was 2.6. That is very much the number that you see from these play finisher types. And so even if he's wanting to expand his game, I don't know. Like I'm sure even this quote from the assistant coach was saying they're going to be experimenting a lot with lineups this summer, kind of mixing and matching. To me, it just seems like both Mara and Yaxel are going to be the two who get the first crack at doing a little bit of ball handling or a little bit of playmaking and making the reads at the top of the key or however they want it, if they want to use them to initiate the action with whether it's zoom action or having other guys coming off screens and finding the open men. I don't know. Maybe they really will give Morez a shot at this, and maybe that's all he needed. There just hasn't been much evidence of that so far.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that's his argument, though, right? And if you're Illinois, your argument is like, well, all right, let's see. You know what I mean? Like that's where I mean, I think it's a both things can be true. Like everything you just said, like there isn't much evidence of what he wants to do. That's why he wants to go somewhere where he can provide you that evidence. And Illinois is probably just like, go ahead. Let go ahead and provide it for us. Like let's find out. And I think it's a matter of like sometimes in life, like this, a split is necessary for both parties. The
Mhm.
more Morez talks, the more I'm just like, I think everybody's happy that it's over.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, as long as you're happy in Ann Arbor, Morez, we're cheering for you. I really can't wait to watch this team and how it works with this loaded front court and with see the strides that Elliot Cadeau makes in the backcourt as well. But yeah, it's a lot of high upside pieces, a lot of talented pieces. Just gotta trust Dusty to make it all fit.